Hey everybody, welcome back to So Many Activities with Kurt and Tanya. Today we're going to do a lasagna. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start off with the ingredients for our meat sauce. We do it easy. We just have a can of the Del Monte, whatever style spaghetti sauce that you like. We doctored up, and 1 can of diced tomatoes. For our meat, we're going to use 1 pound of sausage and 1 pound of ground beef. You can use spicy sausage, spicy Italian sausage, or just regular Italian sausage, depending on your preference. So like I said, 1 can of spaghetti sauce, 1 can of diced tomatoes. We have 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and 1.5 tablespoons of Italian spice. Along with the Italian spice, we are going to add finely chopped 8 ounces of mushroom and 1 large onion, yellow onion, finely diced. We're going to go ahead and start our burner, and we're going to add our meat. Like I said, 1 pound of sausage and 1 pound of ground beef, and we just have that kind of mixed in together. I do have this coated, the bottom of the pan coated with some extra virgin olive oil to keep it from sticking. Once the meat browns up, we'll go ahead and start adding our ingredients. Okay, as this meat is browning up, we really want the meat to be cooked up where there's no real clumps of meat. We want the meat to be real fine. So just keep on mixing the meat up as it's cooking, and once it gets further along in the cooking process, we'll go ahead and add the onions and the mushrooms. All right, as our meat is browning, we're going to go ahead and start the cheese section of this dish. We're going to use 1 container, 24 ounces of cottage cheese. One container of ricotta cheese. Doesn't look real appetizing now, but it will. We're actually going to do 2 eggs. Pretty sure this is to bind everything together so it's not as runny when it cooks. Okay. We're going to use, I guess I'm just going to go through the ingredients as I'm doing this. We're going to put 2 cups, approximately 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. Sorry for the mess. Okay. How about a pinch of shaved Parmesan, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to go ahead and mix all this stuff together, get everything incorporated, nice smooth texture. Alright, now that the meat is pretty much cooked down, we're going to go ahead and add our onion. Now if you don't like onion or don't like this much onion, just go ahead and leave it out. You know, this is just kind of like one of those guideline dishes, how we do it. So if you don't like that, just go ahead and leave one of the ingredients out. Or one of the spices that we do normally have in here is crushed red pepper, but we're making this for other people that can't handle the spice, so we're going to go ahead and leave it out this go around. We're going to go ahead and add our spices. I'm going to cook this a little bit more until the onion starts to cook down, and then we will add our tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. I normally use pretty lean ground beef, so there's not a whole lot of grease left over, but if there is grease, yeah, please, by all means, go ahead and drain that out because it will affect the texture of the lasagna. All right, as you can see, the onions are starting to cook down. I added the mushrooms right after the onions. I didn't put that on tape or video, sorry. Okay, we're at this point here. We're gonna go ahead and add our spaghetti sauce. You know, I like adding mushrooms. I know some people don't. I've heard of people adding the green pepper, but I think that makes it too watery for my liking. So we can go ahead and just incorporate all that. Sorry, a little bit sloppy. Now we're gonna add in our tomatoes. Let the tomatoes cook down. Try and get all that sauce out. Excellent. Gonna stir it around. For this batch looks a little bit dry, so I'm gonna add another half a can of tomato sauce, and there again, it's to your liking. Okay, welcome back. Our sauce is complete. Our cheese mixture is incorporated all nice. So this is what we're gonna go ahead and start doing it, assembling. We added about another half a can, 3/4 of a can of spaghetti sauce. There again, sometimes the sauce is drier. I like it a certain way, so that's what we had to do. So we're gonna take a ladle and we're gonna, this is gonna be the first layer, so the noodles don't stick. We are using a no cook or a no boil noodle this time. We've used the boil noodles, and we've actually made our own noodles. Pretty time consuming, just easier this way. So and all the ingredients you see here, this will make 2 tins this size. So one for the family coming over to eating, and one for freezing at a later time. So you just double up on your recipe, or if you just want to do a single, you know, half this recipe and it should be more than okay. Then we're going to take the cheese mixture. Just the first layer is always the hardest. Everything kind of moves around a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna mix up this cheese. Grab a little bit and just drizzle along the top. And repeat the process. Second layer, I go a little bit more with the meat. Make sure everything's covered the way you want. Since these are no boil, you space them out a little bit because they will expand. That looks good. And one more layer of cheese mixture. If you want more cheese in there, put more cheese. If you want less, take some more. You know, just don't put as much in. You want to try and get 3 layers. Okay. As you can see, you know, there's a lot of ingredients. Like I said, it's designed for two of those tins. All right. Oh, see, I'm confusing myself here. This is our last layer. Kind of seat them in place, makes it easier to spread everything along the top. Okay. As we're doing this, I have the oven preheating to 375, about 45 to 50 minutes. And on this one, I do put some of the cheese mixture in, not as much. I spread it out a little thin. Just a tiny bit more of this mixture. And what I like to do is put the fresh mozzarella. These come in slices, but you can tear it apart and just drop it in place. I've done it to where you just coat the entire thing with shredded mozzarella. I decided to go this route this time, make it look a little bit different. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slide this in the oven at 375 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. And once that's done, we'll go ahead and crank up the heat to about 500 degrees on broil until the cheese is nice and toasty, you know, golden brown. Okay, welcome back. It has been roughly 45 minutes, 375 degrees. I did put it on broil. One thing I did not mention is you want to tint this with foil. That way it doesn't get, the cheese doesn't get stuck and the cheese doesn't get burnt in that process. After the 45 minutes, you untint, or you take the foil off, and I put it on broil for 500 degrees for 5 minutes, and it turns out nice and golden brown. Now, obviously you can't cut this and have it look presentable right afterwards, so you do have to let it sit for at least 30 minutes, and I know that's tough. If you don't mind what it looks like when coming out of the tin, by all means, dish up right away. So I already let this sit for about 30 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and make our cut. Let's see what it comes out like. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so there you have it. A hearty lasagna. Like I said, it makes 2 of these tins. I will put a price per serving. I checked website and like Olive Garden. They say their serving size is just under a pound. So I will put that in the end of our video. Price breakdown and how much you're gonna get, and there you go. You know what's going in it. You cook from the heart, and you know, that's what family's about. So as always, thank you for your patronage. If you like what you see, try the recipe. If you like it, let me know. And as always, like I said, thank you for watching, and God bless.